Good morning, folks. It's Monday, November the 13th, and this is a little update from me to you, let you know where I'm at, and to send best wishes to you as you move into another week of your professional and student life. So I wanted to let you know that if you don't know, I'm teaching 3 courses this fall. I'm teaching a mentoring course in our Doctor of Education program and 2 courses in our Professional Administrative License Pro-AL program, the Managing Organizational Resources course and the Program Evaluation course. In addition to those 3 courses, I'm also leading 5 dissertations. And I want you to know that my return to teaching has been a real joy after 4.5 years of serving in a full-time administrative role as the Dean of the College of Ed here at George Fox. It's not only been a joy, but I've been really working personally at kind of reordering the rhythms of my professional life so that I can be an effective teacher. And some of that involves reading a lot of what you've written, reflecting on the meaning and how you've crafted those words, thinking about how the content of the courses I teach actually relates to some of the professional needs and opportunities you have in your lives. And I think in addition to doing all of this, I'm in some regard trying to recapture some of my commitment to and recognition of the kind of the joy and purpose that I serve in my avocational roles as a family member, as a spouse, as a member of a congregation and a community. And I must say that this has been kind of a wonderful time of reflection for me this semester to kind of get back to some dedicated time on a daily basis in reflecting on not just what my work means and how I can make a contribution to you and my colleagues in my work, but how that work might have meaning to me as a human, as a father, as a grandfather, as a husband, as a member of a congregation and part of a community. I've not been satisfied with the fact that often my professional responsibilities take me away from my other responsibilities and my other joys. I'm not saying I have disregard for my work or that I had any dissatisfaction in serving as a full-time administrator. In some regard, I recognize that as a calling and an opportunity to lead and serve in ways that I think were honoring who I am and who God made me to be in regard to the people that I'm in professional relationship to. But at the same time, I know, as do many of you, that professional responsibilities can sometimes run ahead of some of the other aspects of our lives that we'd really like to attend to, and we find it difficult to kind of wall off the time and the emotional attention and the kind of the intellectual investment that we need to make in order to do our jobs effectively. But I must tell you, at least from my own perspective, sometimes I'm my own worst enemy in thinking that I have to do more and more and better and faster when maybe less than 100% solution is quite acceptable in regard to what it is that I'm dealing with on a day-to-day basis in my professional life. So I want you to know that this isn't kind of a direct response to any posts that you've made or any assignments that you've done. It's just kind of an opportunity for me to kind of cast a wide net and saying how much I'm enjoying working with you this semester, what I'm learning from you as I reflect on the words you write in response to the assignments that I've given. Even the format, recognizing some of your individual traits and quirks and needs, and I've appreciated getting to know you a little bit about both what you've written and how you've written it. I've been impressed with the wide range of issues and concerns that you have in your professional lives, teaching and learning concerns and leading concerns and management of resource concerns and figuring out how to make appropriate decisions about where to invest institutional resources and like the best ways to serve one another. These are great, important concerns. And I feel like in some regard, the content of these courses that I've been teaching gives you an avenue to explore some things that are important to you. And I'm grateful for that, because I don't want these courses to be a hoop jumping exercise for you. I want them to be an opportunity for you to kind of open up new areas of potential information and gaining new skill and knowledge that you can apply back to your work on a daily and a weekly and a year-by-year basis. You know, you may or may not realize this, but we only have 5 weeks left in the semester. Just 5 weeks before the end of this academic semester at Fox. It ends on December the 15th, and that's really just right around the corner. We're about 2/3 of the way through. And there's not a lot left, but at the same time, there's quite a bit left. I know that you're working diligently and trying to balance the requirements of the course you're in with me, with all the other things you have in your life, and I respect that, and I appreciate the fact that sometimes you can't quite do everything you expect to do and do it within the time frame that you want. I know you're doing your best to honor your commitments, and I'd like you to just keep reflecting back on the commitments you've made to yourself, your family, your community, your employer, and to the academic program you're in, and figure out ways of making it all work. I mean, you're a responsible, successful, dedicated educator, and I think you've had a career's worth of figuring out how to make those things work. So, hang in there, catch your breath, keep working at it, and be ready for new challenges. One of the things I recognize that next week we have an opportunity. Some of you will have a few days off. Maybe perhaps a few of you may have the entire week off, depending on what your organizational schedule is. But Thanksgiving is a time of, at least in my family, of time set aside for family, for food, for reflection, making memories, reliving old memories, giving thanks to one another, giving thanks to God, maybe some debates and arguments about politics or about local issues. These things all come up. Maybe putting a puzzle together or playing a game. I'm sure you all have the things in your lives that you do like that, and I just trust that you're going to set some time aside next week, that you're going to be able to not just play catch up in this course or play catch up with some of the responsibilities you have at work, but genuinely set some time aside for yourself, for your family, to relax, to enjoy, to celebrate, and who knows, maybe take a nap. So I just wanted to say thanks, and I'm thinking about you this week, and I'm going to be praying for you, maybe not each of you individually, although I might, but you as a group. I appreciate what you've given to me and to one another in these classes that you've been taking with us. And I just trust that as time goes by, you're going to recognize some of the goodness of the investments you've made in your own career by advancing yourself through continued professional development, so that you can take more ground in recognizing how to be successful and effective in serving the needs of others, as you recognize more capacity inside yourself to be that servant that you really want to be. So take care. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.